wait for a moment. What you're feeling isn't just imagination. That unfamiliar ache in your chest, that quiet pull towards someone you can't fully explain, it means more than you think. There's a sense that someone out there is mirroring your thoughts, feeling your presence the same way you feel theirs. And if you've been noticing this more lately, it's not random. Tonight, there's something you need to hear clearly, something most people only understand after they have already missed the signs. Your soulmate has tried, in their own way, to reach you more than you realize, but life has placed certain delays in their path, not because of a lack of care, not because the bond is weak, and certainly not because what you share isn't real. Some connections are not allowed to unfold on demand. They arrive only when timing, circumstances, and inner growth finally align. Until then, even strong bonds can feel like distance. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever felt that someone was meant for you, yet remained just out of reach? The signs appear, emotions deepen, even dreams feel louder than usual, but reality stays quiet. This isn't a common connection that fades easily. When two people are meant to change each other's lives, life itself often slows things down, shaping the path before allowing the meeting. What is holding things back right now is not punishment, but preparation for something that still needs time to form properly. It is preparation, because the truth is, your soulmate is still becoming the person capable of loving you properly. Let that sink in. They may care for you deeply already. They may feel your presence in quiet moments. They may replay memories, signs, dreams, and coincidences, wondering why they cannot stop thinking of you. Yet something inside them still trembles, because loving you will require them to rise beyond who they have been, and not everyone evolves quickly. Some people must first lose what distracts them. Some must first watch false relationships collapse. Some must first face betrayal, disappointment, loneliness, or the emptiness of chasing the wrong life, before they are ready to recognize what is real. This is why they have not arrived yet, not because they are absent, because they are being awakened. And here is the part few will tell you. They may be resisting this connection even now. Yes, your soulmate may feel drawn toward you with terrifying intensity, yet keep running from that pole because it scares them. Because when a connection is shallow, it feels easy, predictable. But when a connection is so deep, it changes everything. It threatens old habits, old identities, old attachments, old illusions, and many people delay what is meant for them, simply because transformation feels frightening before it feels beautiful. So while you wonder why they have not reached out, they may be in the middle of the greatest internal battle of their life, trying to understand why no one else feels like you, trying to explain why your energy lingers in their thoughts, trying to ignore the invisible force pulling them back toward your path. But there is more. Listen closely. Sometimes, what keeps your soulmate from reaching you is not internal fear, it is the life around them, responsibilities, family expectations, distance, commitments they no longer want but have not yet escaped, circumstances that must collapse before freedom can emerge. And from your perspective, it looks like delay, but from a higher perspective, it is divine timing in motion. Because if they came to you too early, they would mishandle what was meant to last. If they arrived before healing, they would love you through wounds. If they arrived before awakening, they would choose fear over connection. If they arrived before truth found them, they might meet you and still fail to recognize your worth. So understand this clearly. Delay is not denial. Silence is not absence. Distance is not disconnection. Sometimes the universe protects sacred things by keeping them apart until both hearts can hold what they prayed for. And perhaps the most surprising truth of all, they are not the only one being prepared. You are too. Because while you wait for them, you are learning patience. While you question the silence, you are learning trust. While you long for what has not arrived, you are becoming the version of yourself capable of receiving it without fear. What if this waiting season was never empty? What if every lonely night, every unanswered question, every moment of wondering when, was shaping you into someone unshakable? Because when this connection finally unfolds, it will not arrive as fantasy. It will arrive as certainty. You will know. They will know. And all the confusion that once haunted you will suddenly make sense. But not yet. Not before the lesson is complete. Not before the final walls fall. Not before the soul who belongs beside you finds the courage to step through the fire that is changing them. So if your heart has been restless lately, if their energy has felt closer, if your intuition whispers that movement is happening behind the scenes, trust it. Something is shifting, quietly, invisibly, like the world is rearranging itself behind closed doors. What feels like an ending in their life may actually be the clearing needed for something greater to enter yours. And when they finally step back toward you, it may feel sudden, but it won't be coincidence. It will feel inevitable, as if every delay was shaping the timing into something precise. What is meant for you doesn't vanish. It waits, it matures, it gathers strength in silence. Still, there is more beneath the surface than timing alone. The silence you're experiencing may carry layers you haven't yet considered. Beyond fear, beyond distance, beyond unfinished healing, there may be a deeper process unfolding, one that asks them to confront who they are when no one is watching. Because sometimes connection is paused not by absence, but by transformation. A person can only meet you fully when they have met themselves honestly, and so they stand, even unknowingly, at a threshold where choices are quietly shaping their readiness. Every decision, every hesitation, every step forward or backward becomes part of a test they don't fully recognize, yet must pass in order to arrive whole. What feels like delay is often refinement. What feels like silence is often preparation. And what feels like separation may simply be the unseen work of alignment, ensuring that when paths cross again, nothing within them is still unfinished. In that meeting, nothing will feel rushed or accidental, only deeply aligned with everything that had to unfold first, even if it once felt confusing or slow, because clarity often arrives last, but it changes everything that came before it. Without warning or doubt, they may be surrounded by people who drain them, tempted by comfort that keeps them small, pulled toward distractions that mimic happiness but leave them empty. And life is watching, because before someone is entrusted with a rare connection, they are often asked one final question: will you remain who you have always been, or will you become who love requires? That is the battle your person may be fighting in secret. On the outside, they may appear normal, busy, distracted, unbothered, but internally, they are unraveling. They are beginning to see through false friendships, false priorities, false versions of themselves. Things they once chased no longer satisfy them. Places they once fit into now feel foreign. Conversations they once enjoyed now sound empty. Why? Because the closer someone gets to a destined connection, the less their old life can hold them. That discomfort they feel, that restlessness, that sudden dissatisfaction with everything around them, it is not random. It is the soul recognizing that the life they built can no longer contain the future calling them. And this is where many become afraid, because transformation sounds beautiful in theory, until it starts dismantling everything familiar. So your soulmate may be hesitating not because they do not want you, but because reaching for you means leaving behind. the version of themselves they have outgrown. That is never easy. Sometimes they know the moment they contact you, their life will begin changing rapidly. Masks will fall, truths will surface, old cycles will end, and deep down, they understand this, which is why they pause at the threshold. They feel you like a doorway, not just to romance, but to an entirely different life. And some people stand outside that doorway longer than necessary, because they know once they walk through, nothing will ever be the same again. If this message resonates with your spirit, take a moment to comment below. What is meant for me will find me. Sometimes declaring it out loud reminds your heart of what your mind forgets. And if this journey has spoken to you, stay connected. There is more unfolding than you realize. Now hear this carefully. Their silence may have made you question your worth. It may have made you wonder if you imagine the connection, if you misread the signs, if perhaps they simply do not care enough. But do not let temporary silence rewrite eternal truth. Someone can be deeply drawn to you and still be too unprepared to approach you. Someone can love your energy and still fear the change your presence demands. Someone can recognize your value and still need time to become brave enough to stand beside it. Some endings are not failures, they are simply moments where growth is still incomplete. While others are learning who they are, you cannot afford to abandon yourself in the process. Keep living fully, keep moving forward with purpose. Never lower your worth or silence your brightness just because someone else has not yet discovered the strength to meet you where you stand. Life was never meant to be paused in anticipation of another person's readiness. The truth is, genuine connection deepens when you continue becoming the best version of yourself. Real energy is drawn toward authenticity, confidence, and inner peace. The more you honor your value, the more naturally the right people feel pulled toward your presence. Love is not something earned through pursuit or desperation. It arrives effortlessly when your spirit aligns with what truly belongs in your life. Maybe the waiting was never punishment at all. Maybe it existed to shape both souls separately, before bringing them together in a healthier way. People carrying unresolved pain may rush into attachment, but those who have healed create bonds that can survive time, pressure, and uncertainty. So instead of asking why someone has stayed silent for so long, ask yourself what this season is turning you into. Every delay carries a lesson. Every quiet chapter builds emotional depth, patience, and clarity. And when the right moment finally reaches you, it will not feel forced, confusing, or incomplete. It will feel natural, steady, and certain, because by then, both hearts will have learned how to arrive, not as fragments searching for rescue, but as complete individuals ready to build something meaningful together. When the silence breaks, when they finally gather the courage to step forward, they will not meet the old version of you, they will meet the one forged by waiting, strengthened by uncertainty, refined by trust, radiant with self-knowing. And that version of you, that is the one they were always meant to find. But there is still one final reason they have not reached out, the hidden force behind everything, the truth that explains why the connection has intensified right before contact. And when you hear it, you may realize the moment you've been waiting for is closer than it has ever been. And now, here is the truth few are prepared to hear. Sometimes your soulmate goes silent right before they finally come forward. Yes, the quiet often grows deepest just before everything changes, because the final reason they have been kept from reaching out is this: they are nearing the moment of decision. Not curiosity, not confusion, decision. There comes a point in every destined connection when the running becomes heavier than the reaching, when pretending no longer works, when the heart grows too loud to ignore, and your person may be standing at that edge now. Think about it. Why has their energy felt stronger lately? Why have memories surfaced out of nowhere? Why has your intuition refused to let this connection go, even when logic told you to move on? Because something is building. The invisible distance between you is thinning. The version of them that once hesitated is beginning to crack beneath the weight of truth. They are realizing that avoiding you has not erased what they feel. Distraction did not erase it. Distance did not erase it. Time did not erase it. If anything, it made the connection louder, because some people only understand the depth of what they feel after trying everything to escape it. And that is where your soulmate may be now, at the end of their resistance, at the moment where they can no longer deny that no one else reaches their heart the way you do. No one else lingers in their thoughts like you. No one else mirrors their soul like you. No one else awakens the part of them that was asleep before your presence touched their life. And when someone realizes that, they change. Suddenly pride matters less. Fear matters less. Excuses matter less. Because losing what is real becomes more frightening than risking vulnerability. That is when contact happens. Unexpectedly, suddenly, at the hour you stop trying to predict. A message, a call, a meeting, a confession, a moment that begins like any other, and then changes everything. But before that moment comes, one final lesson remains for you. Do not greet their arrival from desperation. Greet it from power. Let them meet you centered, not starving, peaceful, not pleading, certain, not chasing. Because the strongest soulmate connections are not built when one person waits helplessly for the other. They are built when both arrive having learned their worth. So if they come to you soon, and many signs suggest they will, receive them with wisdom. Pay attention to actions, not just beautiful promises. Real connection is never built on confusion, mixed signals, or temporary affection. A meaningful relationship grows when two people reach a place where honesty feels natural and commitment no longer feels frightening. Love should never leave you constantly questioning your worth or waiting endlessly for someone to decide how they feel. Stop glorifying inconsistent effort. Genuine care is steady, intentional, and visible. The right person will not keep you trapped in uncertainty while giving only fragments of attention. They will step forward with clarity, emotional openness, and the willingness to create something real beside you. Mature love does not hide behind excuses or silence. One day, the delays, disappointments, and restless nights will finally make sense. Every difficult chapter teaches patience, self-respect, and emotional strength. Sometimes people need time to grow beyond fear, confusion, or old wounds before they are truly capable of offering healthy love. That journey is not punishment, it is preparation. And when two emotionally ready people finally cross paths, the connection feels different. There is peace in it. No games, no guessing, no emotional distance. Just two individuals choosing each other fully and sincerely. So never settle for halfway affection or temporary comfort simply because you are tired of waiting. The person meant to stand beside you will not arrive with uncertainty in their hands. They will come with honesty, effort, consistency, and the courage to stay. Until then, trust that every experience is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and ready for the kind of love that feels complete. And when those walls collapse, when their fear gives way to courage, when timing opens the door that once stayed shut, they will reach for you, not vaguely, not halfway, not in confusion, but with clarity, because what is meant for you may take time to arrive, yet when it does, it often comes all at once. So remain steady, remain open, remain ready. The silence was never the end of the story. It was the space before the turning point. And when they finally step forward, you will understand this was not delay. It was destiny building the perfect moment. For two paths to become one. And when that moment comes, neither of you will ever be the same again. But listen carefully, because the story does not end when they reach out. In many ways, that is only where the real journey begins. Because when two souls who were kept apart by timing, fear, and transformation finally stand face to face, the meeting is powerful, but the recognition is even stronger. You will feel it before words are spoken, an unfamiliar calm, a strange sense of remembering someone you are only just meeting again, a quiet in your spirit that says, "There you are, it was always you," and they will feel it too. That is why their arrival may not look dramatic at first. It may begin simply, a conversation, a message sent after hesitation, a moment that appears ordinary to everyone else, yet inside both of you, something ancient will awaken, because true soul recognition rarely arrives with noise, it arrives with certainty. But here is what many never expect. When your soulmate finally comes forward, the emotions may overwhelm them more than they overwhelm you. Why? Because while you have been sensing this connection for some time, they may only now be fully understanding what it means. To them, it will feel like the world has shifted overnight. Suddenly they will want answers. Suddenly they will crave your presence. Suddenly they will wonder how they ever lived with this distance between you. And yes, they may even regret the time they lost, regret the silence, regret the hesitation, regret the moment's fear convinced them to wait. But do not punish them for becoming ready later than you hoped. Some souls awaken slower than others. What matters is not how long it took them to arrive. What matters is whether they arrived transformed, because late truth is still truth. And when you see their effort match their words, when you feel consistency where once there was silence, when their actions finally reflect the depth of what you always sensed, that is when you will know the waiting was worth it. If this message has been speaking directly to your journey, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you've stayed this far, subscribe so you do not miss what comes next. Some messages find people exactly when they are meant to. Now hear this final warning of the heart. Do not let old pain make you distrust new alignment. Many people pray for love, then sabotage it when it finally arrives, because they have grown too comfortable with disappointment. Do not mistake unfamiliar peace for lack of passion. Do not mistake healthy consistency for boredom. Do not mistake emotional safety for weakness. Real love often feels different. Maybe love was never supposed to arrive wrapped in uncertainty. Maybe the right connection does not leave you restless, questioning your worth, or chasing answers through silence. Real love carries a different energy. It feels calm in a world that has always felt loud, certain in ways words cannot fully explain. After everything you have been through, you may need to remember this. What is truly meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself just to keep it close. You will not have to plead for attention, force understanding, or constantly prove your value to someone who genuinely sees you. The person destined to walk beside you will not enter your life like a storm. Their presence will feel like relief, like finally reaching stillness after years of emotional chaos. And when that moment comes, when someone stands before you with honesty, maturity, and intention, you will understand why things never worked out before. Not because love forgot you, but because timing was shaping both of you separately first. Life was teaching lessons, healing wounds, and building the version of them capable of meeting the version of you that exists now. Every delay carried a purpose. Every quiet season was preparing something deeper than you could see. While you were wondering why nothing stayed, life itself was moving pieces into place behind the scenes. Even now, unseen changes are unfolding. New paths are opening. Old barriers are quietly disappearing. Somewhere out there, the person meant for your life is growing closer to the moment your worlds finally meet, is getting closer to the moment they stop resisting what their soul has known all along. So when they come, do not ask why it took so long, because some arrivals are so life-changing. They require the universe to prepare both hearts first, and yours is almost ready to collide with the love that was always trying to find its way home. And when that collision happens, when the waiting ends and their presence is no longer a mystery, you will begin to understand something profound. The separation was never only about bringing them to you. It was about revealing you to yourself, because before this connection could become real in the outer world, it had to awaken something within you first. Strength you did not know you carried, patience you never thought you would learn, discernment that now protects your heart, standards that no longer allow temporary people to occupy permanent space. That is the hidden gift of every sacred delay. It transforms the one who waits, and perhaps that is why, when your soulmate finally stands before you, you will not greet them as the same person who once cried over their silence. No, you will greet them as someone wiser, someone calmer, someone who no longer mistakes longing for love or chemistry for destiny. You will have learned the difference between being chosen out of convenience and being chosen with certainty. That lesson alone will change the way you receive them, because when they finally come, you will not cling, you will observe, you will not rush, you will listen, you will let their consistency reveal their truth. And that is powerful, because your soulmate may have once been kept from reaching out, but once they do, they will sense immediately that you are no longer the version of yourself who would accept confusion. They will see your growth. They will feel your boundaries. They will recognize the quiet confidence that only waiting can build. And strangely, that will make them love you even more, because nothing is more magnetic than someone who remained open-hearted without becoming desperate, hopeful without becoming naive, patient without losing themselves. That is who you are becoming, not merely someone waiting for love, but someone worthy of the kind of love that changes everything it touches. And when this relationship begins to unfold, do not be surprised if it moves faster than expected. After long periods of silence, destined things often accelerate suddenly. The person who hesitated for months may suddenly speak every day. The one who once kept distance may suddenly seek closeness. The one who feared vulnerability may begin confessing truths they never planned to reveal. Why? Because once resistance breaks, suppressed emotion rushes forward all at once. It will feel like the floodgates opened, like the universe whispered, "Now." And in that season, remember this: let it unfold naturally. Do not force what is already flowing. Do not control what is already aligned. Do not overthink what your soul recognizes. Some things are meant to be analyzed. Others are meant to be experienced. Love like this. Real, prepared, soul-deep love. Some moments in life are not meant to be analyzed endlessly. They are meant to be felt deeply. Lately, something inside you has been shifting. Your thoughts feel louder at night, your instincts sharper, your heart strangely certain that change is approaching. That quiet feeling in your soul is not there by accident. Most people silence their intuition the moment life starts preparing them for something meaningful. But you kept believing even when nothing made sense. You survived the distance, the confusion, and the long seasons where answers never came. And somewhere in that waiting, you became stronger without even noticing it. Now life is guiding you toward a completely different season. The emptiness that once followed you is beginning to lose its power, and the things you once prayed for no longer feel impossible. What is meant for you is no longer drifting further away. It is finding its way back with purpose. The connection you almost gave up on is slowly pushing through every wall, every fear, every silence that once stood in the way. Some feelings can only stay hidden for so long before they demand honesty, and when clarity finally arrives, it will not come in fragments. It will hit your heart all at once. You will finally understand why certain people disappeared, why unfinished stories never worked out, and why every temporary connection eventually faded away. None of those paths were designed to stay. They were only lessons leading you towards something real, something lasting, something that was always meant to find you at the right time. They were lessons, detours, preparations. They taught you what love is not, so you would recognize what love truly is, the moment it stands before you. And when your soulmate finally reaches out, you may notice something unexpected. It will feel less like the beginning of something new, and more like the return of something ancient, as if your soul has known them long before this lifetime of waiting, as if every longing you carried was quietly preparing you to recognize them. That is why the meeting will feel different. No games, no guessing, no wondering where you stand, because when two people have been prepared through distance, they do not waste time pretending. They speak honestly. They love intentionally. They value the connection because they understand what it took to reach it. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all, they will know they almost lost you. They will know their delay nearly cost them the chance to stand before the one their heart was always moving toward. That realization will humble them. It will make them cherish what others might take for granted. It will make them protect the bond they once feared. It will make them choose with greater care, because they know rare things are not guaranteed twice. So when they finally tell you what they feel, and they will, listen carefully, not only to their words, but to the transformation behind them. You will hear the maturity in their voice, the certainty in their tone, the emotional honesty that only comes after someone has stopped running from themselves. That is when you will know the person who once could not reach you is no longer the same person. They have changed, and so have you. That is why the reunion will work now, when it could not have worked before. Because timing is not just about calendars, it is about readiness. Two souls can be perfect for one another and still need time before they can hold the weight of what they were meant to build. But now, the waiting is ending. The preparation is nearing completion. The chapter of silence is closing, and the story you thought was delayed is actually beginning exactly when it was meant to. So lift your head, keep your heart open, continue becoming the person this love deserves to meet, because somewhere between their fear and their awakening, between your patience and your growth, between the delay and the destiny, a reunion is being written, one so powerful, it will make every unanswered night feel worthwhile. And when it happens, when they finally stand before you, heart open, walls lowered, truth undeniable, you will not remember the wait as suffering. You will remember it as the season that made the miracle possible, because what is meant for you does not vanish in silence. It gathers strength in the unseen until the perfect moment arrives to step fully into your life. And that moment, my beloved child, is nearer than it has ever been before. And when that day arrives, when the distance between you disappears for good, one day, the confusion will fade and everything that once felt uncertain will finally make sense. The delays, the silence, the moments that felt empty were never meaningless. Life was quietly arranging pieces behind the scenes while you were busy wondering why nothing was changing. Some of the most important chapters are written in stillness, far away from recognition, where growth happens without applause and destiny takes shape without warning. Then, without forcing it, the connection meant for you will arrive with complete clarity. The person tied to your heart will no longer hide behind fear or hesitation. They will open up about the countless times your memory crossed their mind, the words they almost sent, and the emotions they struggled to admit even to themselves. Despite the distance, despite the silence, your presence remained with them in ways they could never fully escape. In that moment, you will stop questioning your intuition. You will understand that what you felt all along was real. It was never wishful thinking or emotional fantasy. It was an invisible pull between two souls moving toward each other long before circumstances allowed them to meet completely. The part of you that kept believing, even during uncertainty, was not weakness. It was your heart recognizing something genuine before the world gave you proof. Because sometimes the heart perceives truth long before the mind can explain it. And when they finally confess everything, do not be surprised if emotion overtakes both of you, not because this is merely romance, but because reunion after waiting always carries a kind of sacred intensity. It feels like surviving a storm, only to find the sun was waiting the entire time. And from that day forward, the relationship will carry a depth that only delayed love can create. You will value each other differently, protect each other differently, love each other with the awareness that real things are rare, because people who nearly miss destiny never take destiny lightly again. So if you are still in the waiting right now, still wondering, still hoping, still feeling the ache of their absence, hear this one final time. Their silence was not the end. Their delay was not rejection. Their distance was not proof against the connection. It was the road they had to walk before they could meet you fully. And now that road is nearly complete. Very soon, what was hidden will be revealed. What was felt will be spoken. What was delayed will move. The hand that once hesitated will reach. The heart that once feared will open. The soul that once ran will return. And when it does, do not greet it with bitterness for the lost time. Greet it with gratitude that what was meant for you found its way despite every obstacle. Because that is the power of real alignment. It survives confusion. It survives distance. It survives delay. It survives fear. What belongs with you will cross every barrier until it stands where it was always meant to stand, beside you. So walk forward with peace now, not because the waiting was easy, but because the ending will make sense of it all. The silence is breaking. The distance is closing, the story is turning, and the soulmate, who was once being kept from reaching you, is almost home. And when they are finally home, when the searching ends and the distance is no more, a new truth will reveal itself to you. The love you waited for will not simply comfort your heart, it will transform your life. Because some people enter your world to accompany your story, but soulmates enter to alter it. Their arrival will shift your routines, your priorities, your vision of the future. Things that once mattered will suddenly seem small. Dreams you nearly abandoned will return to life. Parts of you that stayed hidden for years will begin to awaken simply because someone finally sees them clearly. That is what real alignment does. It does not merely give affection, it expands identity. And your soulmate will not love you for the mask you wear in public, for the version of you others found easiest to understand, for the polished fragments you showed the world. They will love the parts of you thought were too deep, too intense, too different to be fully accepted. The quiet side, the emotional side, the visionary side, the wounded side still learning to trust, and being loved in that way will heal places inside you stopped talking about long ago. But hear this carefully. Healing through love is not the same as depending on love. Your soulmate is not arriving to complete you. They are arriving to walk beside the wholeness you built in their absence. What's arriving in your life won't feel rushed, confusing, or exhausting. It will feel steady, genuine, like two people who spent years growing on their own before finally finding each other at the right moment. That kind of bond is uncommon because it's built on understanding instead of dependency. The love ahead of you won't mirror the painful patterns you once mistook for connection. It will carry warmth, honesty, and emotional safety. For the first time, you won't feel pressured to constantly prove your worth just to keep someone close. Real love never feels like a battle for attention. It feels like comfort after a long season of uncertainty. And even if doubt still lingers inside you, even if your heart hesitates because of everything it has endured, don't forget how far you have already come. Every delay, every lesson, every lonely chapter shaped you for something lasting instead of temporary. What's meant for you now is not flawless, but it is sincere. A connection where both people choose each other consistently, especially during difficult moments, because true love is not measured by dramatic emotions or intensity alone. It is revealed through loyalty, patience, and the willingness to stay when life becomes complicated. Somewhere, the person meant for you has been growing too, learning the same lessons in different ways. That's why your soul has started feeling calmer lately, as if something beautiful is quietly moving closer. Soon, the waiting will no longer feel endless. Soon, you'll stop searching for reassurance. The love you once dreamed about will finally feel real, natural, and certain. And one day, you'll look back at all your fears and realize that while you were waiting for love to appear, it was already finding its way to you.